why do you think Dan Niger brought you into the room? Because you have 2 songs with Chappell, right?
Yeah.
But like they had been working together and there was something that clearly they needed and they were like, you could fill it. What is it? Why you?
I mean, I don't know exactly why me, but I am so grateful. It's been one of the cooler things that's ever happened to me in my career is being a part of My Kink is Karma and Good Luck Babe. I've never, when I co-wrote Issues with Julia Michaels, that obviously was a song that like launched an artist, but Julia's a singer-songwriter. She's a fucking genius, but like Chappell's a pop star. They are both so brilliant, but they exist in 2 very different genres, you know? So with Good Luck Babe, it's the first time that like a pop I've ever been a part of like a song that broke a pop star. And I'm not complaining about having hits with people who are already established. Please, I'd like to keep having them. That would be great. That's not complaining. But being a part of this moment is I think the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. So I don't know why Dan chose me. I do know a woman named Kate Labrell who works at my company on the label side. Just said like, I think you should check this artist out. And I listened. I pressed play on Pink Pony Club, and I was like, well, that's maybe the best song I've ever heard in my entire life.
Wow.
For me, for my taste, for my, the fact it's like a great American songbook. It's almost like a jazz standard that turns into like a dance club record. So like as a theater kid, but also loves pop music, it's like that song kind of checked every box I ever wanted checked in a song. And it's like a queer anthem. You know, it checked every box for me. So I heard Pink Pony Club and I said, I don't know who this girl is, but I would, of course, I would love to work with her. So that's it. And you know, the first day we met, we wrote Kink is Karma. And then 6-ish, 7-ish months later, we got together for another day and did Good Luck Babe. And that's, I mean, it's, you know, I wish there was some crazy story of like
only 2 sessions and then only 2 songs.
Yeah. I mean, we've worked together since, because we wrote Good Luck Babe, I think like late 2022. So even though it came out April 24, we wrote it a while ago. It was supposed to be on Midwest Princess. It was supposed to be on the album. They just didn't finish it in time for whatever reason. And thank God they didn't finish it in time, because I think it's the stars aligned and it was supposed to be a standalone song. But yeah, it was just like Chappell texted me like a week before, maybe 2 weeks before it came out, like, oh, hey, by the way, like, here's the final mix of the song. It's coming out. Love you. And I was like, oh, I honestly forgot we wrote it. It was so long ago. I never had no one ever sent me a demo of it, because some producers will send you a demo like the day of, and sometimes like Dan and Chappell's process is like they really dig in, they really like nitpick things. So there isn't a demo to send me the day we write it, because they're gonna go and work on it for weeks. So that was it. I wish I had a cooler story for you.
No.
But that was it. You know, there's Good Luck Babe is a song that I can very much relate to deeply. But I'm thinking back to my teens and my 20s when I was falling in love with people who weren't ready to accept who they were. That is not my life anymore. That is, so without Chappell writing that song in that moment that she was feeling those feelings very deeply, very raw, I'm very honored that I got to co-write that with her, because I can relate. I'm one of the few pop songwriters who has lived that many times, because there aren't many queer pop songwriters, right? So, but Chappell was living it. Mine were memories, you know, and so it's working with those young people that are brilliant and raw and real. That is always going to keep you fresh.
And it's that combination of those experiences that give you this very nostalgic yet present record that is just really exceptional.
Thank you.
Well, that's really
I think
cool.
it's my favorite song of my career. So whenever people compliment it, I receive it. Normally, oh, thanks, yeah, sure, thanks, yeah, whatever. Like with that one, I receive all the compliments deeply, because I think I'm more proud of that song than anything, just because of what it represents, and I think it's really special.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's the most lesbian song in radio history. Like, of course I'm proud of that. That's like I did it. Like, my work here is done. You know, it's makes me very proud. And it's also like pop geek in me, like melodically, it like hits all the points, and the verse is here. if you're listening, my hand is low. The pre-chorus is in the middle. The chorus is really fucking high. Like it does like all the classic songbook things that make me geek out.